What's going on, guys? Chris running here, and today it is a very windy day at the beach. We're not going to be making a beach vlog, don't worry about it. I just want to film Chester's first reaction to the ocean. He doesn't seem too stoked about it.
He doesn't like it.
It'd be really cool if Chester could be like a little ocean dog, swimming and everything. Guess we're going to find out right now. Chester! Place him in a little bit.
Alright.
See how he likes it. He's probably going to run away. Whee! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ! Poor dog.
You okay?
Oh, you did not. I don't think you like that. Yeah, he's not about it.
Oh, I feel bad. That was way too.
Yeah, no, he got
much,
pummeled the first time. He's never gonna like it now. Poor Chester. We're gonna give the good old roaster a little 1-2 real quick. We just had to take a quick AutoZone trip, and let's see what Baby Rocket's got. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, you can see them.
Dude, I need to get new brakes bad. Like, they still stop good, but the brakes are just fire.
Yeah.
At least she's fast though. Jesus. Yo, what's going on? All right, so it is the next day. As you guys saw last night, we ripped the roadster real quick. Marcus had to go to AutoZone. I had to make a thumbnail. It ended up perfect. I'm like, let's just rip the roadster real quick. She's beautiful and she's really dirty right now. She needs a wash, but it's about to rain, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. I finally got batteries for my car, so now instead of pushing, breaking my back, you just start them up, and really, you don't want to kill a battery, just unplug it. It's that easy. Today's video, I want it to be about this good old DA. I want to take this thing apart and really show you guys what we're going to be using on the CRX. In a perfect world, I'd love to get every single thing off this, throw it on the trailer, and then bring it to the house next to the other beaters. A lot of people, like, every time I get a part out cars, they're like, yo, bring this thing back to life, it's going to be sick. I mean, that's not sick. These aren't sick. The bumper's cracked. Everything's junk on it. I mean, the door feels like it's been melted and on fire a ton of times. The window, someone smashed out. The bumper is not even aligned. I mean, this car is definitely beat. I don't have any intentions on bringing it back. Strictly got it for a bunch of parts. We did find out, though, that these headlights, they're worth like 350 bucks. So Alex is going to buff them out. We're going to sell these things. I mean, I'll sell them for $300 shipped if that's really how much they're worth. But before we start on this, I need to work on something real quick. I'll show you. All right, so I actually came here last night and I was working on the Miata a little bit. I was a little stressed, and it wasn't because of this car, just because of other things going on. But I realized, I was looking at the engine bay and I was like, wow, Chris, you never put a ground to the engine. So I put a ground to the engine, tried to start it, thing started cranking great. As it was cranking, the only seal that I didn't replace were the injector O-rings, and one of the O-rings started pissing out. So then, kind of just stared at this thing for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I can't do this right now, I just need to go home. On the NB setup, instead of like the NA setup, they did change the intake manifold. So usually on like 90 to like 96, you can kind of just get these bolts, and you probably still can, it's just a little more difficult, and you can kind of just pop the whole fuel rail up. But this one, they made the intake like 2 pieces, so you need to take the intake off from here, pop that off, and then you can get to the fuel rail pretty easily. I'm gonna do it that way just because I've learned that get things out of your way and it's gonna make things a lot easier in your life, rather than, oh yeah, let's just try to get these bolts out and fucking mangle it out. Never really works. It always just gets you mad. If you just do things the right way, usually work. So I wanna go ahead and I wanna do that just to fix the O-ring problem before I take it off the lift, and then we can actually get the Integra DA inside on the lift and we can start stripping it. Give you a little update on Chester. He's not a beach dog. I'm pretty bummed about it. I mean, it was his first time. He was really scared of the water. I felt bad when he kind of got pummeled a little bit, but after that, he just didn't want to go into the water again. And I guess next time we go, we're just let him feel it out, go at his own pace. But Chester's learning every day, and he really is an amazing dog. But I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna start to take the intake manifold apart. Look at that. Step 1 already done. Hell yeah. Well, once you take half the intake manifold off, it's really easy to get to these bolts. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take these 3 bolts off right here. I'm gonna pop the injectors off completely, and then I'm just gonna change every single O-ring, make sure it's a snug fit, and then we're gonna put it back together and see if it leaks. Hopefully it doesn't. Please don't, God. Well, I found the bastard that was leaking. She's a little torn in the O-ring right there. I just went ahead, I took them all out. Even though 3 of the 4 weren't leaking, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna replace all of them so we don't have to worry about this crap anymore. Honestly though, a lot easier than I was expecting. Like last night, like when an injector started to leak, I was like so stressed out and stuff. I thought it was like the end of the world. I was just sitting here like, and Marcus came, he's like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I just need to go home. But I was just being a big girl. Sometimes it's better to walk away from things and start on the next day because you're just more motivated, less stressed. And I hate trying to record like when I'm stressed out or I'm angry because I don't want to come off as fake. I like genuine content. So if I'm just in that mood, I just like to put the camera down and just go home, play some Skate 3, have a good fucking time. But this is going great. Haven't ridden this trusty steed in a few weeks actually. Bring her to AutoZone, warm her up a little bit. I forgot how fast this thing was, damn! Jeez, man, what a beautiful day to ride a dirt bike. So, we got the injector O-rings to there, we were good to go. There was only $6, not too shabby. So we're gonna go ahead, they're in my pocket. We're gonna take the old ones off and I'm gonna put the new ones on. Put a little oil on the O-ring just so it can kind of seat properly without getting torn or anything. We're gonna put everything back together. Guess we're gonna try to start this pig. All right, well, here goes nothing here. I really hope it starts. Really, 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 really hope. I'm gonna give it gas too so we can get this show on the road. All right, baby, come on. Here we go. It starts. Did you hear that click though? Dang, that thing started up fast. Wow, we did it. Woo! I mean, it's just a stock Miata. It's not like that big of a deal, but I don't know. I was just really hesitant on this thing starting. I didn't think it was ever gonna start. Wow, no headers is really loud. I kind of want to hear it run for a little longer. I'm gonna put the manifold on before I do anything else just because it's really loud. Ooh, I'm really upset. Something's dumping oil. I think it's this stupid bolt right here. Did I even tighten that stupid thing? Ugh. I'm so mad at myself. Let this be a life lesson. If you put something on, make sure you tighten it before you go away, just because you're gonna forget. And then you're gonna end up like me, and you spent 3 days cleaning the whole engine bay, cleaning the engine, then the oil's just gonna get everywhere. You're gonna be a little upset. I mean, I can only be upset with myself. I just can't believe what a stupid mistake, man. I always forget the stupidest stuff. That's tight though. That is tight. Now I gotta clean this thing again. Damn it. All right, guys. Well, I threw some of the exhaust on. We started it. Marcus checked for any leaks while I was sitting in there. We revved it a little. Thing seems to be pretty good. When we touch base with this again, I'm just gonna throw the whole thing back together. We can actually go for the first drive. But like I said, today's video is not about this car. I just kind of wanted to get the injector situated and everything so I know when I come back to it, it's not that big of a deal. We're gonna push this thing out right now. We're gonna bring the DA inside and we're just gonna start cranking on that thing. Just in case I ever go to sell this thing or to prove that it's running to everyone. I know I showed it running before. We're gonna do it one more time. Battery's connected. Let's start this pig. So it's got like skunk 2 cams and he's got like a stock ECU. I can only assume that that's why it runs like a bag of dicks. But if you give it gas, keep revving. How ignorant, right? Look, she's idling now. Oh, she's cam, boys. Cam for life. She runs. Now it stinks in here, damn it. Me and Marcus, I think we are very good at pulling things apart. So,
Miatas, we've never done one of
no, I've never even owned one of these and we're just completely stripping it bare bones. We already got the headlights out. Someone is already interested in them. So like I said, Alex is actually on his way right now. He's gonna buff them out, we're gonna clean them up. He's interested in the taillights. I have no idea how much the taillights are worth.
Hood prop, $2.
$2 and shipping because shipping always F's me. But someone's interested in the taillights. It looks like we got some stress marks or whatever and water was getting in them. I don't know. I'll probably do like a good package deal with the headlights and taillights if you want some. No idea, but I don't know, man. I think we can easily make our money back on this car, especially if we're gonna be selling the engine. I don't really know yet. Probably just throw it on a stand or have it next to all my Honda engines. I'm just a Honda boy now, so guess we're just gonna...
No, don't start advertising that.
Why? Oh yeah, true. We do live in Florida. Yeah, no, I am not a Honda boy. Do not work on Hondas or anything like that. You know, doors are junk. What are you doing over here?
Trying to get this one 10 mil bolt so I can get this fender off.
So the fender is completely off. I think the fenders were in better shape than the doors, so we took the executive decision on just ruining the doors. You know, in a perfect world, once this car was all disassembled and off the lift, we could have just opened it all the way, but F it, dude. I mean, who wants these AIDS doors anyways?
Nobody.
We're gonna throw them right in the garbage where they belong. Not bad so far. This thing's looking pretty sick.
I think this one's more valid.
It passed the Marcus test. 26 days without hurting Marcus. Hell yeah. We got a lot of guys working on this Acura right now. We got Steph right here. You almost got the engine out, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I have been working on getting like the whole rear control arm assembly off, getting like all of the interior pieces out. I disconnected the e-brake cables correctly. I've actually never done that before. I always used to just cut them. But I want the CRX to have a really good e-brake. I want everything to be perfect on the CRX. So we've been taking everything off. I just need to unbolt the suspension and all of that stuff. But it looks like you're almost ready to go, huh?
Fucking much.
Whoever wants a fucking B20, hit me up. We'll probably have to take that mount off now.
That might come on. Mark's gonna take that mount off. I'll take
All
it
right,
off.
so we're gonna be right back and the engine's gonna come out right now. Hey, you're making me a little nervous here. It's not very, it's not very balanced. You think we just go up and send it?
Let's send it.
So while he was doing that, I got the whole rear end all the way out. We're gonna be using a lot of this stuff for the CRX. We'll explain in a second, but right now, we need to pull this engine. You ready, man?
Let's go.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous.
Why?
I just think it's gonna fall, but fuck it, let's go. It's coming up with it, dude.
That back mount, is it? Oh, the back mount.
Is it?
Yeah.
Take two. We got the pry bar out, you know. We mean business when the pry bar is out, huh?
Pretty fucking much.
Ooh, I'm waiting for it to fall. What's gonna fall first, the car or the engine? Another day, another Honda, you know what I mean?
That's what the fuck I said.
Your name's a fucking Rice or Honda.
Yeah. Well, this is an Acura, technically.
Yeah, it's still a Honda.
Fucking shit.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
Whatever, right? All right, press the button. See what happens.
Press the button. You're in the air, my friend. You got it 3 inches from the table.
That's perfect.
What do you mean that's perfect?
That back mount. Just bring that back mount.
All right, I'm gonna lift up. All right.
Open the back mount.
Oh, you leveled it out. Poor Danny just got here. He's already fucking wrenching over here.
That's all I'm good for.
Dan walks in the door and he's prying an engine out.
His 33 is down right now, so.
I gotta work on something here.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm getting withdrawals.
Take 3. All right, while we've been working on ruining the Integra, Alex is making things great again. You want to show us what's going on here?
Yeah, so unfortunately these aren't real JDM.
We thought they were
we
JDM.
we thought they were, but a subscriber that are interested in these told us if they say Stanley Japan on the back of it, on the reflector right here, which it doesn't.
Which it says China special or what?
Pretty much. So, I mean.
So I guess they're aftermarket,
Yeah.
which they're still worth something. I mean, they're not worth 350 bucks.
120 bucks.
120 bucks. I mean, we went from 300 to 120. That's kind of a shoot in the dick right there.
Well, I mean, we just got to see what he offers.
Yeah. Anyways, Alex is making these great again. Check these out. This is like the after shot. This is the before. So, as you can see, they were pretty effed. But I guess 120 bucks is better than nothing. And take 2,578. The B20 is now out of the car. It didn't get ruined either. I don't know. Cool. This is just gonna sit on the table now. We're gonna take the transmission off and stuff because it's junk. But other than that, look at this beaut. Good old JDM swap. I don't even know if this is JDM, but who cares? All right, guys, so now that the car is all torn apart and I got every single thing I need, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna attempt to back the trailer up. We're gonna drop it on the trailer. Then I have another sick yard ornament, so that's cool. We got the B20 off. I still have yet to do anything with it. I've just been editing the video and everything. So what we're gonna be using, the main purpose of getting this whole car was really to do the disc brake conversion, just because on that track day, I felt how the brakes were, man. I mean, obviously drums aren't the best, and the front calipers on a DA are much larger than the CRX ones. So what we're gonna be using is, we're not gonna be using this eBay crap right here, which that bushing is absolutely mangled. We're just gonna be using this piece right here with the caliper, with the rotor and everything. We're not gonna be using the lower control arms. We're not gonna be using the suspension. We're not gonna be using the tow arm. We're all gonna use the CRX stuff or just aftermarket CRX stuff like the lower control arm and stuff. We're probably not gonna end up using the stock stuff. I just can't use this because I'm pretty sure it messes up the angle. We probably could get away with using the sway bar, but I want a thicker one, so we're probably not gonna use that either. So we're gonna use those two things right there. We have the front spindles over here. Ignore this boot. We were sitting at his house at like 8 o'clock at night in the pitch black and getting eaten by mosquitoes, and we couldn't get that out. And I was just like, dude, just cut the boot. Like, I don't feel like dealing with this, but we're gonna be using this whole spindle right here. Tomorrow we're gonna start taking all this stuff apart. We're gonna press out that bushing and everything, and we're gonna bring these to the powder coater because we're 100% gonna be using those. We're also gonna be doing the same thing tomorrow as well. We're gonna be disassembling all of this, bringing all that to the powder coater, so when we are ready to do the disc brake conversion, all the stuff is brand new again. We still need to get the master and the booster up there in the proportioning valve, but it doesn't really need to be on the lift for that, and I'm just trying to get it off while people are here and they can direct me into here, because if I had to do this myself, man, it would never be getting on the trailer. I'd be hitting my toolbox, hitting the lift, knocking down the building. Not trying to do that. So while I got people here, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna back up the trailer and attempt to get this thing on it. Let's see what happens. So thankfully, the Integra is on the trailer, ready to go to our final destination, our house. Everyone kind of took out their anger on this. They threw shift knobs through the window. They kicked it. I guess a lot of car guys have a lot of anger, and they all took it out on the fucking Integra. So if you wanted a shell, I'm really sorry, but it's no longer available. This thing so I can junk, but yeah, it's a goner. You guys will never see it again unless I'm filming in the front yard, because that's where it's gonna be. All the cars that are in the shop, safe and sound. It feels so good to have batteries, man. Like, I get to drive this, do a couple hot laps around the complex, spin the tires until they're bald and they pop, and the drift car, you just pull in and out. That thing's too rowdy to actually drive. But I have a lot of organization to do tomorrow. We have a lot to do with bringing stuff to the powder coater, melting some bushings, and we just have a lot to do. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. I'm hoping the NB is gonna be running and driving by, I'm gonna hope tomorrow, I don't really know. We're gonna try to grind Friday. Friday, you wanna do a drift in it? I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Peace.